Hello everyone, I am Nancy Thompson with createwithnancy.com, and if you're today I am going live with another idea of a fun technique that I showed on Wednesday, the floating strip technique. So if you're new to me or catch me for the first time here on YouTube, I'd love for you to say hello and let me know you're here, and leave a comment where you're from. If you're one of my followers, say hello. It's a Friday afternoon, and here in central New York, that's where I'm from, it's a beautiful day outside, and the wind's it's a little breezy and cool, but the sun is shining, and it's a great day. So if you're tuning in, say hello. If not, I'm gonna get started. So on Wednesday, I shared the floating technique with a variety of other stamp sets, and today I wanted to show a sneak peek with the same technique with Perched in a Tree. Hi, Colleen, welcome. So it's a new bundle that's going to be in the July through December 2022. Mini catalog, which starts on July 1st already. Holy mackerel. So anyways, so let's get started. Hopefully as more find me and join in, you will say hello. Okay, so let me see here. Let's switch down to my desktop. So let's kind of see some of the product that we're using. Okay. So here is Perched in a Tree, okay, stamp set. It's a cute little bird, and there's a branch and some really nice fonts with different styles of fonts in it, which is really, really nice. So that is Perched in a Tree, and then there's some coordinating dies. These are called the Aspen Dyes, and it's got this this die cut with all these aspen trees in it, which is kind of neat. And of course we've got dies to cut out our branch, and some really nice embossed leaves as well, and one that will cut out the bird, you know, and I didn't cut this one yet. So let's and we're also using this really this new embossing folder. I think it's just called Leaf 3D. Yes, I can see your comments. So hi, thank you, Colleen. I can see comments. So feel free to comment away, okay? So this is like a really nice embossed, leaves a really good embossed image. This is going to be fun to use. Okay, what else am I using? And I'm also pulling this label out of the All That Dies. It goes with the He-Man suite. So it's these really, if you don't like the He-Man's suite of product, the dies are really cool because they just really make labels and stuff, and embellishments. So they're it's a different set of dies, which are very versatile. Okay, so what are we starting with first, Nancy? So we're going to, so I've already embossed my leaf right here. Can you see that? Look at that. You know, I just thought of this. I wonder if I had a little bit of, let me see if I have my Freesia ink pad, which I think I do. Let's just take the fresh Freesia and kind of highlight these raised images for a minute. Okay, let me grab a piece of grid paper here. Nothing like stamping on the fly here a little bit, because that's kind of fun, and sometimes I don't know, the idea just kind of popped in my head. So we're just going to take our blending brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit, and let's just highlight these leaves a little bit, because we'll see some but not a ton. Okay, but look how that really really makes these leaves pop now. Let's see. There we go. All right. I think that looks pretty good. That just kind of makes them more pronounced, okay? So we've got, can you see that now? Doesn't that look really nice? So we'll do that. So let's move that out of the way. Okay, we're going to pull in our window sheet, okay? Or you know what? Let me step back. We're going to stamp our bird because I want to kind of let this dry for a minute. We're going to use Blackberry Bliss on the Fresh Freesia cardstock. Is that embossing folder bigger than most? It will fit the big machine, okay? But it's a 6-inch wide. It's like one of our, kind of like one of our, because there's a few that are different sizes, you know, but there's like the skinny size, and then there's quite a few that are this size. So it's not like a new size, but this will fit your standard embossing machine. Okay, so we're gonna just take the bird and we're gonna stamp them on our Fresh Freesia. Okay, and let's close. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to close that up. And then we're going to take our Winka Stella, okay? When you first stamp, it's amazing how you could use a blender brush or even or this Winka Stella, and it will color your bird. It will move that ink around that's still wet. So we're just gonna kind of follow the highlights a little bit, and I'm going to go around the outside so its body is a little bit more pronounced. Okay, and this just kind of moves your ink around a little bit and makes your water, you know, it's like you watercolored it a little bit. So, and the Winka Stella kind of gives it a little bit of sparkle too. And you could, you know, do as much or as little as you want. Okay. All right, I think that's good. So we're going to let that dry. You know what? Let's do the legs, the feet here. Just a little bit. Okay, we're going to let that dry for a minute. And I like to clean the tip off a little bit in case there's some excess ink on it. Okay. So let's, we'll set that aside because we're going to die cut that. Okay, so our next thing, and we're also going to stamp our words. So that way those also dry as well. So this is the label from the He-Man's die set. And I'm going to stamp this with Early Espresso. And we're going to use a stamp out of this set. Your kindness warms my heart. Isn't that a nice saying? I liked it. So let's just stamp this in the middle, and there we go. So those two can dry, because sometimes you just want to let your items dry a little bit so that you're not touching them. Okay, so let's see, what are we doing next? Now we're going to go to this window sheet and make our floating piece. Okay, so I'm using some new designer paper here called Splendid Day. I think that's, yeah, it's called Splendid Day. And this paper is absolutely fabulous. I need to show it to you before we go on. Look at this paper. One side is glossy and shiny. Look at that. And then the other side is like, you know, normal paper. But it's, here's the front and the back of each design. But look at that sheen. So this one's, so the colors in it, there's like copper. And this is kind of like, almost got like a seafoam hint to it, as well as this one. This one here, almost like a goldy, like a light gold. And then of course, this is, it's like a freesia color, okay? And the foil is just beautiful, I think. So it's just gorgeous, gorgeous paper. This is a specialty paper, so it's $15 for a package, and it comes in 12 by 12. And we have petal pink, soft sea foam, pool party, fresh freesia, Sahara sand, and copper are the colors in this. And of course, all these gorgeous white embossed. This is like white embossed across here. So really, really cool. Okay, so let's see, what else do we got here? I'm just going to, okay, oh, I muted. Okay, so there's that. All right, so you can see the Splendid Day designer paper. So we're going to, yes, what am I going to do? I gotta look at my sample. So we're going to, I'm going to use like the freesia side of it, and we're going to start with like the seafoam over here and then seafoam in the middle. Okay, I think it'll just kind of barely have enough room. So we're going to use, I like using the Tombow glue here because it gives you wiggle room. Okay, so let's just slide those up out of the way, and there is kind of a right way and a wrong way that this paper lays. Okay, so, and you could always make your piece bigger if you wanted to and then cut it down afterwards, but the one thing you want to be careful is that when you're cutting this window sheet, it does dull your blade on your trimmer. Okay, so try to remember to, I always keep a dull blade around for purposes like that, so that way it's not gonna, I'm not gonna get a dull blade with my, you know, when I want a nice clean cut with my cardstock and designer paper. So have a dull blade sitting around. Okay, we're going to put a little bit on there, and sometimes I just kind of like to put that in position just so I know how much room I really have. I think I got to go like this. I don't think there's going to be much room. Just a hint, I probably should have made my strips a little bit shorter. And you know, when you use the Tombow glue, you can move it around a little bit. So, okay, let's see. We'll finish up with this one here. Lots of times you work from the out to the inside. It helps you with your placement, okay? All right, it's not perfect today. We've been doing wood today. We had a huge tree in our lawn that needed to be cut down, and today was the day, and that was quite a job. There's still more to clean up. Let's see. Okay, I think I've got all the pieces trimmed. All right, so we've got our floating strip here, and sometimes you can kind of let it dry, and if you have an adhesive remover, you can, if you get excess adhesive, you can use an adhesive remover to get anything off. Just, you know, be careful and gentle as you're doing it. If you're like toward the outer edge, maybe go this way. And when you get adhesive on like a foil paper, leave it alone or try to cover it up because it will just make it smudge more. All right. Okay, so what do we need to do next? We need to finish die cutting a few things. Okay, so we're going to pull in the mini cut and emboss machine. Okay, we are going to, we've already got that, do this, and let's grab our things here. So we're die cutting, so we're using a platform, one of these. Let me switch this around, our cardstock, and then let's grab our die here. And if you felt like the dies are really close cutting around, and if you felt like you needed to, you could always take a Post-it note, washi tape, whatever you've got hanging around to kind of like secure your die into place. Okay, and we will simply cut this. Now only some of the pieces will fit in the mini, like that big birch tree die will not. Okay, so hopefully everyone today remembered that it was YouTube only today for live. I'm trying to, so if you're watching for the first time, I would appreciate you hit the thumbs up and ring the bell subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell so you're notified for the next video. Because every Wednesday I do a Facebook and YouTube live at the same time, so you can catch me there at 3 p.m. on Wednesdays, Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so once you kind of get this started, it rolls through really easily. Okay, all right, so there's our tree branch, and I've already die cut some leaves, so let's get rid of that. So I think that's it for the die cutting. So we can put, so one beauty about this, it's so small and compact, it does not take up much room, but it is limited on what you can use it with, okay? So you would not be able to use it, for instance, with this larger die. It definitely would not fit through because it is wider than 3.5 inches. So okay, so let's put that away and we can assemble our card now, I think. So we're going to add some dimensionals to the back of this, and this goes together really kind of quickly once you're doing it. So Colleen, have you tried this technique since the other day, or it's going to be on your list of items to do? Okay, let's do this. So we are just going to center this here. Does that look straight? I think so. And then we will add our tree branch here. Let's grab some glue. And I'm not going to go all the way to the end because some of this is going to hang off. There. Okay. And then let's give that a minute to set, and then let's add some dimensionals to the back of our bird here. So the bird could go for a variety of birds, I think. It could be a chickadee, I don't know, even a robin, I guess, because it could be crouching down low as well. There we go. So we've got our bird. We're going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to kind of put this here. So this time, my other sample, I only did one. I think I want two leaves underneath here like that. What do you think, Colleen? Does that look good with the 2 leaves? Let's see. I want to just see if we're live here. There we go. Okay. I was just looking to see if I could see how many people. All right, so 2. Hi Sharon, welcome. So I think we're going to go 2 leaves. So I'm going to just kind of place that there, and then these are going to go on flat. So let's just let's add these here like that. I think they're low enough. Yeah, okay. And then this one will go on top of this one. So we're using this right now, Perched in a Tree bundle. Okay, so only part of this is going to be hanging on to the, is going to be laying on, be bumped up. So it's just really this bottom part here that we're going to put a dimensional, okay, across. So we're just going to add a couple of dimensionals here on the bottom, and then we'll add some adhesive there, and then add this onto there. There we go. I think that'll be okay. Maybe we'll squeak one underneath here. Get one to squeak. Just kind of this corner. There we go. Okay, but I think it needs some bling. We're going to use some rhinestones, okay? So let's just add some rhinestones to this. Let's see, I've got some that need to be used up here. So let's use up some rhinestones. This is the part I hate. Let's put a big one there. And then I don't know. I guess we'll put a couple up here. There. Okay. I think that looks good. So we've got rhinestones, and then we're gonna do something on the inside. So we're gonna layer some. I've already cut out a stitched rectangle piece, and let's see, where'd my stamp set go? Here we go. I don't know what to. Maybe we could just do the branch on the inside. Let's just do the branch. I didn't even finish putting this set together yet. I have another. Here we go. Let's just throw the branch on this. We'll grab some, and then it can be kind of like a note card where they're going to write their own message on it. So even if it's just kind of part way onto here a little bit. There. Oh, yeah. Well, that maybe we'll just kind of have that on the bottom, kind of. All right. Try not to get ink all over myself. So, let's do this. Got some glue there. We're going to layer this onto soft seafoam green. I don't use this color enough. I love it. I think it's just such a pretty color. Stunning with the blackberry ink. Love the two. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. So let's see. Where's the card? And so I think we'll just kind of put the branch down there. And voila. So there's our, I'm crooked. Let's switch that a little bit. Don't you hate that? Okay, that's better. There we go. All right, so we've got that. And what are we going to do for an envelope? I think, I guess let's just, I didn't think about an envelope. Let's just moisten this and kind of put our bird here. Oh yeah, that looks good. And then, I don't know, can we kind of, will it kind of go here? Ah, perfect. Look at that. All right. I think that came out pretty darn good. Okay, so let's move the rhinestones. And so I'm almost thinking, I didn't do an envelope. Let's just, as long as you don't oversaturate your envelope, I think this will be fine to do this, okay? So, and I'm just kind of doing very light touches with it. You don't want your brush to be saturated either. There. Let's clean it just a little bit, and then we'll get this tree branch here. Now this you could be, you know, a little bit more sloppy with, so it looks a little bit more watercolorish. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. All right, there's our Perched in a Tree. I like this set. And really, I mean, I love using, you know, like the blackberry ink on the Fresh Freesia. It just gives you a different type of tone, and it takes away having to be a perfect watercolor as well. That wasn't my card. This was it. This one's got the 2 leaves on it. That was my sample card right there. Okay, I'm going to stick another leaf in there afterwards. Okay. All right, so that's card number 1. So I've got one more to show you. This one is using the Splendid Thoughts. It goes with that beautiful paper that we just used, okay? The Splendid Day designer paper. So if you're just tuning in, Sharon, here's this gorgeous designer paper that's part of that Splendid Day suite of products. So So I love this. So we're going to case the catalog, the mini catalog, the new one that starts in July. Okay. So I want you guys to feel confident about using the samples that are in our catalogs and not have to think about it. Okay. All right. So we're done with that. So let's see here. We're done with that. Let's just clean up here a little bit. And so here's the dies that will match your stamp set, which I just got rid of. So we've got a die that will match this, and this, and then these are all like extra ones. So this is kind of like a pot here, which we're going to make. Okay. All right. So I've already die cut. Let's see here. So I've already die cut a couple of these out of Pool Party. Okay. And then I've die cutted a couple of bowls, and we're going to make this one a little bit bigger. So let's grab some more supplies here, and we're going to do a little bit of stamping as well. Okay. So let's stamp first, I think. So we're going to use soft sea foam, green, and some Pool Party, because these are just kind of cool colors. These are all subtle colors, so that makes it kind of nice. So we're going to just stamp this in full strength and soft sea foam. Okay. And then we're going to use this. Now this does not line up with this stamp set. It's meant to give you that watercolor image, and I just want it subtle, so I stamped off with that. Okay. And I'm just going to stamp again. So it just kind of gives it that, I guess you would call it abstract image, so abstract, type of feel to it. So let's do this one. We need to cut this one out as well. Did I stamp that enough? I'm going to stamp that. And then this one's not meant to fit in there also. So if things have to be perfectly lined up, don't get this set because it will drive you nuts. So let's stamp that off. And see, it's just meant to kind of be a little, I don't know, off. So let's move that. So we're going to bring our mini cut and emboss machine back in again. And we're using the dies. What die are we using here, Nancy? This one. So let's do this. So we need this, and we need this, and this. So I'm going to do that, line it up with the first image that we did first, stamp first. And really, I guess if it doesn't come out good, it's all the more abstract, right? Sometimes it helps to have these offset a little bit so your machine grabs it so much easier. That really grabbed it really well. So, okay, so there's that. Okay, so there's our first image. Get rid of that. And then we need, I don't know, this one here, okay? So, I know it's a little deceiving to look at the Pool Party stuff. You want to kind of cut it and capture it all, but you don't. Okay. Using your mini is great for little things like this. I don't pull mine out enough. Okay, I think that's it for now. So let's grab this. So I think we have all our pieces die cut. Oh, we're going to do a little bit more stamping. Yes. Where's my card? Here we go. I need to look at my card to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. So we're going to pull in this again in our soft sea foam. Okay. We're going to stamp off, and I'm going to just put an image there. Did I stamp? I did stamp it twice. and then down here again. Okay, and then we're going to do the pool party and add some up in, oh, that's really dark, up in here like this. Okay, so we got some pool party there. I think that'll be good, because what we're gonna do is then we're gonna layer this die cut piece here. Okay, I wish you all had the mini so you could see along as to what I'm casing, but you can go back and refer to this catalog, or video, when you do get a mini in hand, and refer to it. Okay, so we're going to pop this one up with some dimensionals. Let's grab a variety here. We'll get big ones where we can get big ones, and then we'll fill in with some minis. Okay, so let's grab some minis here, and let's put one up here. Okay, you know what, we're going to set that aside for a minute, because I think I want to build up this base. I love this paper. Here's that coppery shiny paper, and on the back is this, to me it's like calypso coral color. Okay, so we're going to just add this, completely cover our base of cardstock. Okay, lots of times I like to open this up when I'm doing the whole base and just butt it up to that score line. And when I use thick white or vanilla, I like to pre-score it. It just gives that score line a easier finish. Okay, it looks pretty good. I must have cut it at a good size. So then we're going to add this down the middle. Okay. Let's see. We're going to just center this. And I should have been using my grid paper, but I'm not. Okay, there's a little bit overhanging this, so I'm going to just give it a quick haircut, I think. There we go. Okay, so now we can finish building here. So this one's going to go on here. I don't case the catalog enough because there are some great ideas. I need to sit down and just flag a bunch of ideas and just make them. All right, we're just going to, I don't know, do this, I guess. And then we're going to add a pot, okay? So I've got one in this designer paper, but I want to make it a little bit bigger than that one. So what I'm going to do, and I want to make kind of like a contrasting type lid to it, okay? So I'm going to just adhere this onto this scrap here and get like 1/4 of an inch, okay, or so. All right, and then I'm going to, I want to like really make it looks like it's a pronounced lid, okay? So let's add another strip of cardstock here. So it looks like it's a nice thick rim to it, okay? Not lid, but a rim. So the pot has a rim to it. And then I'm going to just go around and trim this, okay? And the stitching only goes partway on the bowl, so some of it does not have the stitching in the die, which I thought was different. And what can you do with half circles? All right, and I kind of not straight, so we're going to just trim that. All right, so we've got a cute little pot here for our greenery to pop out of, okay? So we're going to add some linen thread to it. Now it's kind of hard to tie this around and create a bow. So I'm going to take some dimensionals, okay, and we're going to just secure the back with a dimensional with the linen thread here, okay, and then we will wrap it around and we will secure it on the other side with another dimensional. Just kind of pull it tight. All right, so we've got our back side of our pot there secured with our dimensionals. Now I've already tied another bow, so I've tied my separate bow with linen thread. Now we'll just kind of pop this on the front with a mini glue dot. So kind of like roll up your glue dot a little bit so it's not seen and getting glue all over. And now we'll just kind of pop this onto the front. And it looks like I tied it. Let me just trim these. Now, doesn't it look like I tied that on there? And boy, was that so much easier than trying to hold this and tie your knot and tie your bow. So, okay. So let's add another dimensional on here, and then we can put this on our card. All right, so you know what? Let's kind of like flip that a little bit there. Okay, is this looking good? We're getting it together here, so it's all coming together. So let's add a few of these on next, okay? You just really, you don't feel like you have to cover the whole thing. I'm kind of just like not even really squeezing my liquid glue there. I'm just kind of moving it around a little bit because there's enough on the tip when I start like over in here on the wider part. There's enough to kind of move it around and glue. So let's just add a little bit more along here. Okay. So Colleen, I got to remember to tell you, I've got a bag of stuff for you guys. I didn't get any on this one because I've been cleaning my office. So I've got all kinds of presents for you. Okay, so we're almost done here. We're going to pop this up with some dimensionals. So let's do this. And we're going to use some new sequins too from the annual catalog. I wanted to use them the other day, and when I brought them in from when I had open house, and I could not find them. Well, I found them. I thought I had looked in this one bin of stuff, and I didn't see them right away. So, okay, we're going to stamp this. This is a word from the set. Sending hugs. So I like the fonts on here too. It's another good one. So we're going to stamp our greeting on this pot. There we go. And we're going to just kind of overhang him a little bit. So let's add some dimensionals here and here, and then just a little bit of glue here where it's going to hit that other pot where it's going to sit. There we go. I'll close this up. All right, is that looking good, guys? So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a fun card. Let me move it just a little bit like that. So let's add some bling to it, okay? So I'm going to just use some really tiny, yes, if I can get my glue going. I feel like it dried up here. Hang on. Because I don't want a ton of glue. Let me try using this one and see if this one will make sure. I keep forgetting to put like a quilting pin here for this. Okay, hopefully I've got this now. I'm going to just kind of do a whole bunch of little dots. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. We want to do odd numbers, okay? Hopefully I can remember, see them all. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, where else do we want one? I guess let's go here. So, the main thing is to always clean off your tips. This is something I got offline one time. And I love it when you want that fine tip glue, okay? You can't wait, you'll hold off on the next project. I'm trying, it's a variety of colors. Let me, I wanted to look in the annual catalog to show you the sequins that I'm going to use. I think they're on page 141. They're right here. There's like 3 colors. What are they? Blue, green, and pink are what they are. But look at, okay, these are the green ones. And look at all this fun stuff in here. These will last forever. I can tell you that. So you want to kind of let your glue sit for a minute. So let's do our inside of our card. Okay. What do I want to do on the inside? I guess what I'm going to do, here we go. Let's just do this. Okay. Onto here. And then we will add a little bit of these onto here. Let's kind of go like this. There we go. Okay. So we can do this. I got all kinds of glue coming out. And then layer this onto seafoam again. And there we go. And then this will go on the inside of our card. I kind of forgot to do the inside on my sample. So that'll be okay. Go like this. That little hint of soft seafoam I think is great. All right. I'm crooked again. I'm having a crooked kind of day. Kind of like that tree out in our yard. Oh, it was big. It had a big split down it. And it was very close to our precious chickens. So Jack is so happy to have it gone. All right, so let's add some sequins here. So you can kind of, some of these are really, really tiny in here. So you might find using your pick tool will work to grab these and pick them up. I like these little tiny sequins. They're like silver. These are really nice. And it helps, I think, for your glue dots to be dry. Okay, I've got glue here. So let's make that a little bit different. Okay, did I lose it? So it helps to have your sequins, your glue dry, so it will stay there. See, look at that little tiny one, and it's silver, and it really sparkles. And there's little pearls in here too, which are fun, I think. Now this one's like a gold one. Okay. You might want to like have another pick tool available too. There's like these flat things as well that are really shiny. And there's pearls as well. There's half circle pearls in here. Okay, what do I want? So I guess let's add a pearl. I didn't add one on my other one. We'll add in a pearl. They're a little big, but my favorite are the tiny sequins. And then there's even some flat ones too. I gotta hold this in the light so I can see where my glue dots are. But you can have fun with, whoops, okay, you can see all of it now. Or you can kind of go like that and easily pick them all up. All right, you want to make sure, okay, there's one there. So do I have 7? I got one over here. We need one more. Let's go with this, I guess. We'll go with a big green one. Now, I'm not sure if I like the green. I think I'm going to peel that off and put something else there. Because I like the silver and the gold. Yeah, and I don't like this one either. So you can change your mind because there's plenty here to work with. Let's go with this. Okay. Let's do this. There we go. All right, what do you guys think? Isn't that just, I'm not sure if I like the pearl, but it'll be good for now. Aren't those little sequins just fun? I'll take some good pictures of this so you can see it better too. Okay, and then here, what do we do for the envelope? We just kind of move those out of the way because they're so staticky. Let's stamp this. Let's do the leaf on here, okay? And we're going to need to stamp off because I want that to be kind of lighter, okay? All right, and there's your sneak peek of a catalog case from the mini catalog, okay? So, in case you missed the other day, here's the other floating strip cards that I shared right here. Here's this one with the Hues of Happiness designer paper, okay? This is using the Hues of Happiness designer paper and the Tea Boutique cards with the strip. Now, if you can see, this one, I cut the strips out with a stitch circle, okay? It's a little harder to cut, and you might find you need to run it through your machine, but I probably next time wouldn't do stitching because I'm afraid like your little stitching will dull after a while, okay? And then here's with the He-Man Mountain Air and the He-Man designer paper here as well. So I hope you enjoyed these, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Here's a house code if there's any product that you would love to purchase, and I can help you with that. And come back and join me again on Wednesday for another live, either here on YouTube or Facebook at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So have a great weekend. My hair, I guess I didn't check that before I started. I'm stamping a lot this weekend. I've got my stamp club and team meeting this weekend, so lots of stamping in my forecast for the weekend. So enjoy the weather. Hopefully it's good. I haven't had a chance to check out whether it's going to be nice or chilly or what. So thanks for tuning in, and have an awesome day, everybody.